Hey guys, welcome back. Drip Coach here with Drip and Farm for Property, where we don't trust, we verify and operate with integrity and transparency. Happy New Year, and today we're diving into an oldie but a goodie. It is the Drip ecosystem, because I have not done my monthly update on that, and I know most of you do not care, but my goal is to make sure new people don't get fleeced into this and to show you how the lies you're being fed in other ecosystems about deflationary tokens does not matter. So stay tuned.
FlapJax is bullish as hell. I mean, let's not beat around the bush here. That's the reason why I'm calling on the Trump administration to add it to the strategic reserve list along with Bitcoin.
All right, I was scrolling through here trying to figure out when the last time I posted a drip video was, and honestly don't know. So it's been a while. I've definitely covered Drip X, which I guess you could say is Drip, and how they are scamming, and that ties into this video as well. But the main thing you hear a lot in these new communities now is we're burning tokens, and it's gonna make your token go to the moon. And on one side of that coin, there is some validity. If you are taking tokens out of supply and demand stays the same and or increases, then the price of those tokens will increase as well. However, in these shit token projects like DripX, like Drip, like any of the other ROI dApps, people stop buying the token, therefore supply has decreased, and burning does nothing because nobody wants to buy it. And I've shown this picture before, and I want to show it to you again, because it shows you literally on-chain data of what is taking place. So back on March 1st, when DripX originally launched, that's when we got the big boost into the Drip Vault, and the minting was turned off as well around that time. That means there were no longer the capabilities for the Drip faucet to create tokens out of thin air. It's still in the contract and it can still be changed. And as far as I know, that's still Forex and G Money. But for the most part, the ecosystem has been abandoned. So it's a great litmus test for me to show you what I'm talking about. So that boost in the Drip Vault. So remember the Drip Vault, let's go here to refresh your memory, especially if you're new to this. By no means am I telling you to get into this project. This project is dead. Do not buy into this. But what originally used to happen is you would buy Drip, you would deposit it into your faucet, and it would pay you out 1% of that deposit per day, up to a maximum of 365%. And that was in the OG 2021, 2022 days. And then eventually the original people that got in and scammers like Ray drained the contract, and there was just not enough money to go in. So Forex pivoted to other things like Animal Farm, Rev, and Piggy Blinko, all this other bullshit that he promised he was going to do to keep the Ponzi going. So that is the playbook. You need to understand that. So fast forward, Drip got taken over, quote unquote, by the community. Forex disappeared, has ghosted the community for over a year. And there are multiple dApps. So I will shout out to like the Drip Warriors DAO and Drip Marble Run and all these other games. And even G Money has made gas pump games. There are tons of actual dApps that got created. But again, it goes back to exactly what I was telling you. If nobody is buying the token, then the price will not appreciate. So there is tons of utility. Utility does not matter unless there is hype and people wanting to buy it. So when we look at these numbers, we see that in March 1st, there was under 10% in the exchanges and 71% of people held it in their wallet, and the vault had a very small percent. Fast forward to August, the exchanges doubled. So this means that people were selling their Drip. You can see it here, comes out of the wallet, 71 to 67, and it was getting put into the exchange, PancakeSwap and the native DEX. People were like exiting their position. They had Drip in their wallets. They're like, this shit ain't going anywhere. the faucet is dead, I'm not using this, let me go ahead and exit. And because they were selling, there's that 10% tax, so the vault started getting filled up. We can fast forward again into November and you see the same trend. Exchange continues to increase, wallets decrease, the vault increases because of the same thing. Whenever people take drip out of their wallet, send it somewhere else, there is a tax, and that vault incurs that tax and it locks up that drip. And again, the vault can only pay out if someone has drip available to be claimed. And that's what I want to show you here before we go to the next step, because there was and has been people that had tapped out of the ecosystem that were claiming. So when you look at this chart and you see the ups and downs, like for example, here, 2.5 million, and then it starts to trend down. That means these were people with drip sitting in their faucet that had forgot about it, and they came and hit that claim button, and the vault had to pay that out. So there was still a lot of people that had just tapped out of the drip ecosystem and forgotten about it, and then they were claiming, and then that caused the vault balance to decrease. Now, it wasn't enough to start minting all over again, but it's just to show you that a couple times 2 million or so was coming out because people were checking into their account and pulling that money out. You see a peak here at 4 million and then drop off to 393. So 7 million drip came out of the vault in the September timeframe. Same thing from 4.2 million and then down to 406. So another 2 million came out. So I think at this stage, probably most people have pulled out their drip, and even whatever might potentially be left, it is definitely not enough to drain the vault, which you can see in this picture here, how the vault continues to increase. 5.1 million, 4.7 million, 3.3, 799,000. So it is clearly doing what it's designed to do because the minting feature has been turned off. Now, to bring this all back home wrapped in a pretty bow, drip has been burned at a 6,800 drip per day, or a 0.0007% per day amount being burned. Burned because people are taking the drip from their wallets. Oops, I should have said wallet right there, and selling it. And that is creating a taxable event, which is filling up the vault, and then the vault holds that drip. So it's essentially burned because it can only come out of the vault if someone is owed a vault obligation. And as I showed you, most people have cleared that out. So by all definitions, drip is deflationary and being burned. But as you can clearly see, let's actually look at the price. It's easier to see. You will find that there is no price increase. There is only price decrease, because again, it does not matter how much of the shit token you burn, especially if you made trillions of it out of thin air. You can keep burning it because you made it and it has no value. So it looks on paper that you're doing some justice, but this is the drip token, and I can't even zoom out far enough to show you that it has not increased in value, because regardless of how much you burn it, it requires people to buy it. And even at these prices, there is still $579 worth of sales and nobody is buying it. And there's no chance, personally, a 99.99% chance that anyone is going to buy it, because the bulk of the people that own this token, when we look here at drip in wallets, this number here, 148 million, these people are wrecked. So they're not willing to put up any more of their capital to see the price increase. So this brings me over to the bullshit Ponzi-nomics that they have here. Remember, they created trillions of this shit token. And what they're telling you is that, oh, they burned this amount. And blah, blah, blah. But I just proved to you that burning alone does absolutely nothing unless new money is coming into the system. And just like Drip, no one is putting new money in because they got in early and got big bags, and they're just exiting and dumping on the community. So the same exact playbook when we look at any of the Venom DripX ecosystem. So they have done the same thing that Forex did. They are just making new dApps to get you to migrate to a new one and push it over, and then telling you that they're burning it, which they are. You can see that on chain, it's being burned. But burning something that has no value and no one is buying it does nothing but create false optics to give you the illusion that you are making money and the community or the devs are doing right by you, but you are being led like a sheep to the slaughter. So my pitch in this video is to any of you wallet holders, the 1.4 million drip in people's wallets, especially if you were one of the ones that were like me that drank the Kool-Aid and you got wrecked and you're holding on to your drip hoping for some wing and a prayer, I would say fuck it. Sell it exactly as you are seeing people do right here, $500 worth. Sell it and buy FlapJax. Yes, as a shameless shill to tell you to buy a meme token, but this is a transparent meme token. No one controls the contract. It was created on PancakeSwap Springboard app. All the liquidity is there. Everything is transparent on chain. We have a small amount of liquidity sitting at about 50K market cap, but the community is growing and you have a much greater chance of taking what you were already wrecked with from the drip ecosystem here and taking the $100, $50, whatever is left of your drip bag, selling it into FlapJax, and there's a much greater chance of FlapJax. Where are we at? We don't want cake. Where's FlapJax BNB? Here we go. Of it hitting a $100 to $1 million market cap, meaning a 10 to 20x from here, than drip doing anything, because as I mentioned, the amount of people that are in drip that are wrecked, they are not willing to put up any capital to see that chart actually take off, regardless of the amazing work that the Drip Warriors DAO and G Money have done in creating apps. No one is using those apps because of the sour taste left in their mouth from drip. And then the Surge DripX community is fleecing the community doing the same thing. So my call to arms is to take a gamble, because that's all you're doing with crypto is gambling, and gamble on a brand new, almost 30-day old, straight up legitimate meme token. No Ponzi-nomics. It's just buy low, sell high. And we already staved off the first attack from someone that bought in during the bonding curve and sold out about $3,000. And we got back to a similar range. And I have paired that myself, you can see on chain, with the Binance wrapped BNB. So now there is 10% there. So this whale, and I can't call them a bad actor, but they're definitely, as Stunner would say, a solo sport and operating solo on themselves. And they are a dev or someone with Solidity experience. So this wallet here had 20% of the supply, and they bought it on the bonding curve within 12 hours of me making the Telegram post. And then they dumped 10% all at once. And then they used some sort of script to remove and wash the original wallet. And as you can see, now this is a contract. And then they migrated portions of that remaining 10% to 3 other wallets. So I suspect this person will once again cheat whenever we hit that 50K, maybe 70K mark. But with the strength of the community, we can get them out. And I have proven that I am willing to do this for the long haul. So what would happen is I will definitely put up a bag and create another V3 pool with USDT. So the goal is to lock up about 40% in the contracts with BNB, BTC, and a stable coin. And then after that, the sky is the limit as long as the community supports it. So in the Telegram, we only have a handful of people. And we were talking about this earlier. So there's 90 people in the Telegram, but maybe 3 to 5 are actually getting out there and promoting and retweeting and commenting, things of that nature. So there is a lot of potential for this to take off if people are willing to do the work. But again, the main call to arms is that the drip ecosystem is wrecked, and it's going to take millions of dollars for this to come back for you to actually make any money. And not financial advice, it does suck to sell this amount of drip at the bottom prices like this, but nobody is buying it, so therefore there is no price pump. They are only selling it. And as I showed you, again, this is transparent on chain. You can see that no buys and still $579 worth of sells. That is a lot of drip tokens still being sold. So even though it's deflationary, no one in the ecosystem is putting money back in. They are wrecked, and they are taking this money out and putting it into other plays. I don't know where they're putting it, what they're doing with it, but I am making a call to arms to urge you all to jump into FlapJax. Head over to flapjax.xyz, very simple, and buy FlapJax with it and help pump the charts, help to do some onboarding and spread the word with this. There is a lot of potential the way that PancakeSwap set this up, the way that the lore is tied in with CZ and Binance and the PancakeSwap DEX, and them adding, if the token gets big enough, they will add it to their cake pool. So the sky is the limit. It just takes some liquidity to get there. And right now we are just at a very, very low liquidity amount, which makes this extremely volatile. So by no means am I saying put in a big bag and hope for the best. I'm saying sell your drip pennies that are worth absolutely nothing, and the developer shed on the community and disappeared and no one else is buying it, and jump onto a project where, at least if you want to call me the developer, the creator of the token using the Springboard app, is transparently making videos, showing you guys what's going on behind the scenes, marking the actual individuals that are trying to sabotage the system, for lack of a better word. I can't really say that. Buying low, selling high is the name of the game. But when people dump that much of the project at one time, I can't help but think that they are doing it maliciously rather than trying to see the project long-term grow. Because to me, if I had a wallet that size, I would just take off small pieces and do my best to promote it, because I'd much rather take out 1 to 2% at a 100,000 market cap and 1 to 2% at a 500,000 market cap than take out 10% at a 50K cap. Like, that just doesn't make any sense, and they hit tons of slippage. All they ended up with was about a 2x. So maybe I'm a visionary, or see the bigger picture, or got candy coated lenses on and think this can be bigger than what it is. But I believe with community support and looking at the history of meme tokens, it is 100% possible. So this is just an update to let you guys know what's going on with drip. It is deflationary. It is available out there, but no one is purchasing the token. And do not engage in the Surge, Mamba, for Venom, DripX ecosystem and fall for the lies of tokens being burned. I showed you guys the $14 billion market cap token I made, and then I could easily burn parts of that and I could have this exact same number here. So these mean absolutely nothing when you make the shit token out of thin air. It is nothing special. So instead, join a transparent community with just literally nothing more than a meme token. It's not an ROI dApp trying to make money out of thin air. It is just a meme token with the potential to build utility on top of it as we grow. Like, I have no problem adding utility to the top of this, and I've talked to other devs. There are definitely things that can be done. So let me know what you guys think. If you're holding any drip, I would not advise, because not financial advice, but dump that bag, jump over the FlapJax, and help push this to 100K, 250K, 500K to 1 million market cap, and see your bag grow versus depreciate and do absolutely nothing like it's been doing on drip, and definitely see it going down further like it's doing on Surge, DripX, and Venom. All right. Smash that HBO special, help brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.